Alright, so we are back with another video on the Honda Trail 125. And notice anything different here? That is right, we have the Morin oil cooler. So the install is pretty straightforward. You gotta replace that engine stud over there with a longer stud so that you can fit this thing in there. And then there are a couple of bolts here. That sucker plugs right in there. So I want to talk about some of the issues that I have with this oil cooler. Okay, number one is this crash guard over here. So my issue with this crash guard is it's not OEM. So this mounting bracket does not fit in easily. Okay, now why is that important? Well, it means you have to tap two new holes, one on either side. Oh, it's kind of hard to see, isn't it? So yeah, this is the original hole. I have to tap a new hole back there. Okay. Also, you might notice there's this little zip tie right over here. The reason we have that is because there's really not enough clearance because this thing is supposed to be hanging the other way, but we have it hanging this way. Is this piece is supposed to clamp onto that top piece right there. Instead, it's clamped over here on the bottom. Okay, and you can actually see that if it was up here, it would be able to hang back here and have a lot more clearance. Okay, and you can see over here we have the fender bracket, the fender lift bracket. Okay, and of course I have a 3-inch knobby on the front, 3x17, and yeah, in order to fit that tire, basically you have to have this fender lift. And so yeah, my next tire is going to be a 2.75 17, and we're going to just remove this lift bracket and just try to push it down. The reason I want to do that is because you see here there's a little red paint scuff. This piece right here, it just kind of smacks right up against here, and it only really happens when the engine's totally bottomed out. So I'm not worried about it for the short term, but so yeah, basically for the life of this tire, I'm gonna try not to take this off road as much as I can. I'm just gonna stick to streets and just try to be easy on this bike, especially with that oil cooler. Now, thing that I do like about that oil cooler is it brought my engine temperature way way down. I mean, I swear it should have come like that, man. It should have come with an oil cooler. Um, and you'd never know that there's something wrong with the engine getting too hot. Oh man, we're running 180 Celsius. It is fucked up, man. It is really fucked up. And you see this oil temperature gauge. Sometimes it read 80 to 100 Celsius. Now it really only ever gets up to 80. Um, I've done a few big hills already with this, and it's okay. It gets the job done. I'm very happy with the oil cooler. I think it's a worthwhile install, but be very careful with these crash guards. I highly recommend using the OEM ones. Um, so yeah, one thing I would do, I would take the OEM measurement of this piece, or I have this crash guard, so I'll take this piece, and I would just measure it, man. Like I would literally just measure that, and yeah, just see what you get. And if that diameter is the same up here, in the future, I'm probably gonna change this crash guard for something else. I'm not too happy with the crash guard, to be honest with you. I don't recommend anyone get one of those crash guards. You guys see what this crash guard looks like? You guys have all seen this crash guard on eBay and all that. it's just, you know, that crash guard is just awful. But man, this oil cooler, you know what? I'm actually pretty impressed with this oil cooler. You know, I reckon if you had it on the OEM bars and you had this sucker tilted back, just look how much space you have. And you have all this space you could have tilted that back to, right? If you had the OEM bars and you had that sucker tilted back, I really think that could be a great setup. You know, so this is kind of a temporary deal because of this crash guard. So yeah, in the next week, I'm probably going to be ordering a new crash guard, and then when the crash guard comes, of course, I have to do the plumbing for this all over again. But that's no big deal. You know, the important side is already done, so you know it's just a matter of loosening these two suckers and getting this bracket off. One issue that the oil cooler does create. Now, regardless of where you have the oil cooler mounted, you're going to have an issue accessing this panel. This piece right here is going to be a problem, no matter what. Because even if you look from behind here, right, the oil cooler is right there. So this piece kind of in the back, you see it's got these clips. Now you can still, don't get me wrong, you can still get that piece out, right? Those clips will come out, you know? Those pieces will come out. But it means that you have to loosen up those oil cooler um, bracket bolts. And you know, it's gonna be a little bit annoying to access, that's for sure. Okay, bye. So yeah, um, these are some things to consider with an oil cooler, you know. Um, yeah, what else is new? What else is new? I am now running this bike without that cover piece. I figured out that I really don't like it because I like to be able to just change out that front sprocket a lot easier, and I like to be able to make sure that these bolts are tight. So that cover piece, you know, I'm going to be rolling around from now on without that cover piece. You can see we've still got quite a bit of a wiring mess over here. Yeah, I gotta clean this sucker out real quick. You know, just undo the tape and then make sure to get this piece taped on. Now this switch just is just a high low, okay, and that's going to a resistor. And you know what? I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, damn, it's a pretty inefficient way to make this work. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna change that at some point to something else. So this heated hand grip wiring is pretty temporary. So we have some switches here. So this one controls the hand grip, heated hand grip. This one will welcome you. Um, yeah, we have the front and rear lights over here. You know, I still haven't put the water gun on. That thing is still, I admit, it's still a work in progress. Um, so yeah, I still have to figure out how that water gun's gonna go on. I'm thinking about mounting the reservoir like underneath this. I think that might be a pretty good spot for it. Um, I worry about like pinhole leaks and all that, so maybe some kind of like a cover for the reservoir. And the nice thing I think about having the reservoir here is, you know, the hoses can be short, and you know the battery connections will be coming through here anyway, this area. So I think the location is probably ideal. I just think that the main thing is it's going to be kind of annoying when you go to refill because of these rock straps over here. You got to undo all that. Um, So I know that's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but you know, I don't mind. I think it's just part of the territory that goes with doing stupid shit like adding an electric water gun to a motorcycle, right? Um, so yeah, I know it's gonna be a little bit annoying. So I'm actually even considering doing like a hard reservoir, and then mounting that hard reservoir like inside the milk crate, or maybe I don't know, like off the side here or something. I don't like the idea of having it off the side though because it kind of sticks out. I like to have a skinny profile. You see from the back when you look at it, right? Let's step back a little bit. When you look at it from the back, you know that box is the widest thing on the thing. You know, on the bike, the box is by far the widest portion. So anything wider than that box, um, yeah, I'm not sure I want it. And you know that bag is soft, so if that gets ripped off, whatever. It was like 30 bucks. I don't give a shit. What else is new? What else is new with this bike? Yeah. So I want to talk about one of the things that I don't like about this bike are these stock mirrors. Those stock mirrors are going to be changed out pretty soon. Um, thinking about doing those double take mirrors. Okay. So now these handlebars are straight, right? So yeah, I guess I can show you this oil cooler hitting here, right in the middle. So anyways, yeah, the handlebar, right? I don't know if you can tell, right? But those points where it threads on, okay? The thread the same direction, both of them. So what ended up happening over time, over a few drops and whatnot, is that okay? I'm trying to make sure that this handlebar from the end is straight. You see how this mirror is kind of sticking behind the handlebar? Look at this one. This one sticks out literally like to the front. I don't know if you can catch that, but I think it's pretty obvious. Um, yeah, this mirror is way in a different position from that mirror. And I don't want to like have them loose. You know, I think the cheap solution would be to just like put like some washer, you know, just act it as a spacer so it doesn't quite lock in as far. I might try that. I might try that. But yeah, if that doesn't work, then I think what I'm gonna do is get one of those double take mirrors, and I think I'm gonna put there's a ram bracket that replaces this piece, uses those bolt holes. So I think I'm probably gonna do that, add an extra ram ball, and yeah, just I think I might just go crazy with the ram mounts because the way that I see this handlebar setup, it's a little bit cluttered right now, right? And there's really not a lot of space to mount anything. And I don't want to use the center portion. I want to try to keep this clear as much as I can. Um, and yeah, what else is there to talk about? Yeah, so the handlebar, right? That's one of the things that I don't like about this bike. There's really not a lot of handlebar space to mount things. And in an adventure bike, you really do need to mount things on places. So there's that bracket that goes that like U-shaped. You know what I'm talking about. I'm thinking about getting that thing. So maybe I could move this one and like the dash camera and some of the things that kind of take up like some valuable space. Maybe I'll even move my inReach mount. By the way, for those of you who don't know, this is the Garmin Varia mount, and I literally have it just rigged up to the inReach. And yeah, it's like a quad lock system, so you kind of put it in, twist it, and you're all good to go. Um, so yeah, handlebar mounts, that's going to be changing quite a lot. I'm probably going to change this phone mount. I love this phone mount for like 10 or 12 bucks. Fuck, it was so nice. You know what? Maybe I will throw the link in the description for you guys. Maybe. Um, yeah. You know what? Let's get this video to 3 likes, and I'll throw the link in there. Okay. What else is new? Yeah. So this cup holder, I'm probably gonna move it because it causes a rattle. That location is super temporary. The main function of this cup holder is actually to holster French fries or tater tots, or something little small fits right there, right? Um, so yeah, usually what I'll do, I'll just go to like a drive-through and just get an. I'll just order an empty water cup with like a small fries. Take the fries, dump it in the water cup, toss it in there. I'm munching fries as I'm going. Other things I don't like about the Trail in 25. Yeah, foot brake. That's stupid for an off-road bike. I think foot brake for an off-road bike makes no sense. So, in the interest of making sense, I think what I'll do is I'll add a handlebar deal over there, and yeah, I'm kind of torn on whether I want to just like completely relocate the master cylinder, or just do one of those like cable kits, or they even have like a hydraulic kit, which that would be kind of nice. Just because you don't have to do like all the maintenance of the cable and all that. I think the feel on the hydraulic probably be better too. But yeah, I think the best option, of course, would be to move the master cylinder entirely just like up here with a handbrake. Um, I think that heel toe shifter. A lot of people complain about that. My only complaint is that standing up on this bike is not that easy. Um, so yeah, there's that. I've been really thinking about just doing a suicide shift. Um, but I'm looking at this thing top down, and I'm worried about the bodywork clearance. Because it's a little tight. I reckon if I have the shifter like out towards the front, it might be okay. Um, so yeah, I'm at the stage where I'm just measuring like crazy. Yeah, we still have the zip tie over here. Yeah, whenever I get to doing this, I gotta fix that. I guess let me get back to this oil cooler. So, other things we had to do to fit the oil cooler. Actually had to we hammered this sucker, literally fucking hammered, bang, 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 right? Hammered the sucker back, and look at the fucking clearance between that and the stanchion boot. There's like that's gonna be like nothing, dude. Like literally no clearance, right? And check this out. The brake hose, that one actually touches the oil cooler, and yeah. So this oil cooler with this crash guard, no bueno. I don't recommend it unless you were to put a different bracket up here than this one, and then maybe just do the right angle part yourself. And maybe that could work. I reckon you could. I reckon that would probably be all right. I might actually try doing that myself. This is just kind of a hack job with the kit that was supplied, right? Um, so yeah, I reckon maybe moving this bracket might fix a lot of that. So yeah, overall, as many problems as this thing solves, it also causes. With this crash guard, with the OEM, you're probably all right. It's built for OEM, so of course, OEM is going to work. Other thing about this oil cooler, see that hose sticking out like that? Just imagine if that thing gets caught somewhere, one of those hoses just gets caught in a branch, bam, yanks it off. Just imagine. Oh man, that would be a nightmare. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna call that a video. And yeah, let's get this video to 3 likes, and I will post a link to this phone mount. And yeah, you know what? I think I'm in a good mood. I'm gonna give away one of these switches. If we get this video to 3 likes, I'll post a link for this in the description, and I'll give away one of these double switches. It's just a ground that turns the light on, and then an inline live wire, literally from the battery in one way goes the switch and out the other. So yeah, if you want one of those things, just drop a comment, let me know. And by the way, only for North America. Only for North America. If you want one of those, just, I have an extra, so I'll just cover the postage. So yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you guys have a machine that has 2 wheels, please ride safe. Don't be a dumbass. And yeah, I guess if you're watching this video, you're the kind of person who does research, because you know, why the fuck would you watch a video this long? So anyway, take care. And oh, one last thing. Yeah, the gear ratio I'm running 44 and 17, in case anyone's wondering. All right, cool. Peace out.